And our word for today on this Wednesday of the first week in Ordinary Time, this Wednesday, January the 15th, our word for today is tested, taken from our reading from St. Paul's letter to the Hebrews, chapter 2. Since the children share in blood and flesh, Jesus likewise shared in them, that through death he might destroy the one who has the power over death, that is, the devil, and free those who through fear of death had been subject to slavery all their life. Surely he did not help angels, but rather the descendants of Abraham. Therefore, he had to become like his brothers and sisters in every way, that he might be a merciful and faithful high priest before God to expiate the sins of the people, because he himself was tested through what he suffered. He is able to help those who are being tested. He himself was tested through what he suffered. Tested, brothers and sisters, it didn't mean it was easy for him. It doesn't mean that somehow he was separated from the suffering. No, he went through the suffering. And it was, in fact, a test for him, even a test of his own will, the will of the Son of God. Yes, tested that we might benefit from that testing. We who are the beneficiaries of his suffering. He became a victim for our salvation. If you hear these things and they make you go, what? That's exactly what they should make you do. God came down to the earth, became one of us, that he might suffer, be tested even in his suffering, that we might be made free. Because he loves us. Because he loves us that much. He loved us, brothers and sisters. He loved you, loves you, even unto death, death on a cross. What is there that he would allow to separate you from him if you are willing to give it over to him? Nothing. Nothing. He did it all. He gave everything that he might defeat the one who has the power over death. St. Paul says it in his letter to the Hebrews. He had to defeat the one who has power over death, the evil one. Why does he have power over death? Because we gave it to him. Because original sin gave it to him. Because Adam and Eve gave it to him in their sin. They gave him the power over death. God said it would be so, and so it is so. But the only way that we can be free from that is through the death and resurrection of Jesus Christ, through his own testing, through suffering. In the Gospel of Mark, chapter 1 today, uh, there's something we need to learn from here as well. On leaving the synagogue, Jesus entered the house of Simon and Andrew with James and John, and he heals his mother in law, right? And after all of this has happened, rising very early before dawn, Jesus left and went off to a deserted place where he prayed. Now we see this happening often. Jesus rises early and he goes off to a deserted place to pray. But then, and then Simon and those who were with him pursued him. So Jesus gets up early and he leaves early in the morning. And Simon and those who are following him realize he's gone and they pursue him. They pursue him and they find him. And they say, "Everyone is looking for you." He told them, "Let us go on to the nearby villages that I may preach there also, for it is for this purpose that I have come." Those who were with him pursued him. Brothers and sisters, let us pursue him that we all might be about the work that Jesus has set before us as well. When we pursue him, he will allow us to find him every single time. Tested, our word for today.